We downed 6 Indian jets. It took 1 month for the Indian government to admit that we downed their planes. Why were they hiding this fact from their people? Because the truth is they lost. We've achieved a ceasefire. That's important. I think the most important and the most possible achievement would be for us to start a dialogue.
This is very interesting for many of our audience, that this is the conflict that both parties claim victory.
But I think the very easy answer to who won this war is who's lying to their people. Whose media was lying to their people. Whose government was lying to their people during the conflict, after the conflict. It took 1 month for the Indian government to admit that we downed their planes. Why were they hiding this fact from their people? Because the truth is they lost. As our initial self-defense for their unilateral violation of our sovereignty, we downed 6 Indian jets, and they refused to admit it up until literally yesterday. We've achieved a ceasefire. That's important. I think that's the true victory.
Is, I would say, quite fragile, especially in the beginning of the ceasefire. There are accusations of breaching the ceasefire. How are you planning to make this fragile ceasefire to be like what you said, a permanent one?
This is, I think you've phrased it quite well, a fragile ceasefire. In order for this to be a lasting ceasefire, we appeal to the international community to play its role. Because Pakistan has said that they're willing to talk. There's only one country that says they're not willing to talk, and that's India. So obviously that's not a sustainable situation, and therefore it is our effort to engage the international community, for them to play their role to establish peace, which must include resolving the issue of Kashmir, resolving the Indus water dispute that India has now started illegally, and having a proper conversation about terrorism.
So you mentioned a lot of things: the Kashmir question, the Waters Treaty, and also terrorism. Which one would be, you think, would be the most possible one to solve with India?
I think the most important and the most possible achievement would be for us to start a dialogue.
Okay.
Dialogue and diplomacy has to be the start for us to address any and all issues. So Pakistan is willing to talk with India. We want peace, but peace is not possible, as you say, until we engage in a dialogue. Of course, I believe, as we relied, or there was the international community's involvement in achieving our ceasefire, therefore it's reasonable